Alexa, what's the definition of imminently? Asking for a mate. Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So as the title does suggest, Sunderland have been turned down reportedly yet again by yet another potential head coach. Now this actually did come out a couple of days ago. I am a little bit late to this, but I have been really busy and working as well, so it's been impossible for me to get in front of the camera for you guys. But there have been a little bit more sort of rumours, and again, it is all just rumours, and I know that some of you guys in the comments are getting tired of it as well. Believe me, I am so tired of it as well. I'd much prefer to sit here and give you absolute solid facts, but at the moment, we're getting absolutely nothing apart from bit parts from different journalists and different sources here and there, and there's very little to go off. And again, I'm just trying to keep you guys updated. But if you're enjoying the videos and you want me to keep going with them, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe if you are new or you're regularly watching, you're not yet subscribed. It really does help out. Thank you very much. But let's get into the meat of the video. So, just a couple of days ago, it was widely reported that Liam Rosenior has turned down the Sunderland job, or at least he was due to have a second round of talks, but after considering his options or having a think over it, he decided not to attend said talks and has turned down Sunderland. Again, that is just what's been reported widely by different sources and generally reputable sources. He's still like the sort of third favourite to be the head coach, but I think that's just because his name's been mentioned so recently. But if it is true, it just goes to show that, you know, at what point do KLD and Christian Speakman look at themselves in the mirror and say, this process, this model that we are offering to potential head coaches isn't in the slightest bit appealing to any head coach with any half-decent calibre anyway. It is not appealing whatsoever to go to any head coach, and again, from reports from what I'm seeing, apparently it isn't a case of just solely you can't bring any staff with you. Apparently, that again, it's all rumours, but apparently what it is they're essentially saying you can only bring one coach with you, and then you have to add that to our team that we've already got, and there's essentially zero wiggle room with negotiations. If that's the case, and like I keep on repeating myself, I'm not going to get myself worked up and into a frenzy and shouting and swearing too much, because I bore myself for that as well, and I can't imagine it being fun viewing. I mean, some of you guys enjoy it, but it's becoming to be a piss take, and no manager wants that, no head coach wants that. We're just going to get another yes man, is what my point was. We're just going to get a yes man. We're going to get another puppet to do the bidding of KLD and Speakman. And again, Speakman is essentially just that for KLD as well. And we need to have wiggle room with this. And it's becoming embarrassing. You know, Pascal Janssen, he's just taken a job in Hungary. So if the rumours are to be correct and reports to be, are believed to be correct, we've been turned down. Sunderland, again, this is blowing our own trumpet, but Sunderland have been turned down in favour of going to some random team in Hungary. Again, no disrespect to them, but you would like to believe that Sunderland should be a more appealing option to some random team in Hungary. So if that is the case, then it is an absolute joke. And KLD and Speakman, and I'm saying every video now, I've lost total faith in them. I've absolutely lost faith in them. Not that I had much faith in them anyway, to be honest with you, but I've totally lost faith now, and I've jumped ship to this point. I just can't be arsed with them. I'm almost feeling I should be excited going into the new season, and today marks the start of the transfer window, and we're heading into the transfer window on the back with no head coach to boot. We've got no head coach, and the transfers are going to start now. And now this is when I'm just genuinely concerned for the club that we're going to start getting these offers for players like Dhannoo and Chris Rigg that are turning down contracts, or at least they're delaying contract talks because they have no idea who's going to be coaching them next season, which again, I do not blame them whatsoever. And I also don't blame Pascal Janssen wanting to go to a team in Hungary over us, because they've made the club so unappealing. This club should be so attractive to up-and-coming managers. I know that's what they want. They generally want to get a young manager or an up-and-coming manager. It seems that's the kind of way they want to go. Or at least sort of managers or head coaches that fit the bill that we want. You know, bring through youth, build them up, sell them on, continue, rotate, rinse and repeat. And then eventually, you know, with it being a sustainable model, we'll be able to keep hold of said assets and stuff like that. But when they're running the club with such a little wiggle room for half-decent head coaches, we're never going to reach that ability. If one day we did, touch wood, hopefully we do get back to the Premier League, then we would eventually get to the point where we don't need to sell our assets. But at the moment, the club is becoming less and less appealing because, you've got, this is my frustration, you've got the stadium there, which I know a lot of people say are attendance bloody warriors or whatever they want to call us, or we just attendance merchants. But, when you've got the stadium in place, the academy in place, which is of a Premier League calibre, and you're getting, we've got the marketing director, Bruce, he's getting the Hummel deals, he's getting the club store, all sorted out. So it's almost like tied in a ribbon because the potential is there to then move forward on the field. But Speakman and KLD are holding us back in a huge, colossal manner in the way that they are going about their business. That is the final piece that should be pushed, which again is arguably the most difficult piece. But they're making it such an unattractive prospect to head coaches to come in. And again, a lot of the reports are widely reported that it is a lot of managers are turning us away because we are so stuck in the mud with what we want. Now, KLD put a statement out a week ago stating that we are having on the last round of talks with managers and coaches, and an announcement will be made imminently. A week has passed. Now, again, I don't know what anyone else's definition of imminently is, but I would have thought it would have been at least early this week or mid this week. Now we're in the back end, the real back end, or past what I believe imminently to mean in this context anyway. And also today, there has been a lot of rumours around Frank Lampard. There's been, and I will just squash it now, by the way, because I've seen some people commenting on my previous video about it. The Frank Lampard statement, there's some statements that have been drawn up and put out online. The sort of statement that the actual club will put on their website had we have announced him. People have made a fake statement, and it is fake. Yeah, if you have a look at it, people make up the excuse of it's someone who works at the club and they're about to post this later on. We might well end up hiring Frank Lampard. However, this statement that's going out, or this going around at the moment, it's fake. The grammar is appalling. It states that Owen Hargreaves is going to come as an assistant coach, and there's just a plethora of grammar errors there. I mean, if it was meant to be a real statement, then whoever's in charge of typing up these statements is heavily illiterate, which I'm not saying I'm perfect either, but you could see very easily that it was a fake statement, and people are losing the shit online saying, oh, well, Lampard's in now, Lampard's in. It's a fake statement, but it could be Lampard, like I say, it could be Frank Lampard, and people have asked me how I would deal with that, and to be honest, I just want anyone. I mean, I've got to the point, of course I don't want I want the best that we could possibly get, but I think that ship sailed because of how badly KLD and Speakman have fumbled this. But I just want someone in now so we can all react, and I keep on repeating myself, we can all react the way we need to. Some are going to be fuming with whoever we've got in, some are going to be happy, some are going to be in the middle. Then we can have a few days of just getting all that shit out of our system and then move forward and support whoever's in charge. But it needs to be the correct appointment on the same token. But yeah, so that's everything at the moment, guys. Again, I just wanted to let you guys know about Liam Rosenior. He's said no to the club. How many have now? We've had Still, apparently Bo Svensson has, apparently, Liam Rosenior, amongst others that have apparently had talks with the clubs, and now then they've been whacked away. They've gone to different clubs. It looks really bad on the club. It's actually embarrassing. It looks like we've now almost gone to the second page of our shortlist because so many have rejected us. And some, don't get me wrong, I don't want them to just, for the first few, if they didn't believe in what we were trying to do, or maybe they just didn't like certain aspects of the club. It's not always, just because we've got 1, 2, 3, so the top 3 or whatever's at the top of the shortlist, it's not always going to be hunky-dory. They might have wanted to do something that even the fans wouldn't be on board with. So I get you're not always going to get your top man or the top 3. But when you get to the point where it's getting reported that so many are rejecting and walking away from the club, there's an issue. So hopefully, again, I'm going to say this at the end of every video, I hope they get a fucking move on. Hopefully it's done soon so we can all move forward and start getting into the transfers and start sorting the squad out for the next season, because we're at real risk of losing players whilst this shit show's going on. But either way, guys, that's it. What do you guys think about everything I've discussed in the video? Let me know in the comments down below. But if you've enjoyed, hit the like button for me. Subscribe if you're new. Take care. Stay jammy.